guess there's a couple of things. One major one was for me to visualise my ideal working day. So I don't know whether any of you have been exposed to that before, but that can really show you how you like to spend your time or would prefer to spend your time. And so for me, obviously, being at home, being able to be there for my small child and have flexibility in my life. I'm an introverted person, so obviously I prefer to be at home writing in my own space, in my own time, as opposed to being, presenting all day and that kind of thing. So that's something that you can really look into to find out what your thing is that you really love to do and how you want to spend your days. And then the other thing is something that I had chatted with Yvette in the early days, was like, I've got all these ideas and I want to coach this and I want to do these readings and I want to make these readings, and then I also, it's like inspiration overload times a million. Like, I'm sure all of you have been in it.
Every time we'd have a call, Sarah had about 20 new ideas.
And I'd be up at night, like I'd go to bed and the clock's working, and then I'd somehow go to sleep, but then I'd wake up at like 2 a.m. and have to get my phone and quickly write something down, because it was like I just had to keep going with all these ideas for some reason. But it eventually led me on this path, which all makes sense now. I didn't ever have to act on them. It was just a process for me to work it all out. But the thing that Yvette said to me was, what's the one thing you can make money off now? Because obviously the money is going to support you to be able to then, whether you have a job or a family to support, that's going to hold that space for you to then have the freedom to do more of what you love. And I was like, well, the rings, that's the one product that I've developed, and that's on the shelves now, and that's what I'm selling. But I never thought that was enough for some reason. And that was like a big light bulb moment for me, was just, I'm just going to be a jewellery designer. I'm just going to sell this one little product. And the minute I did that, my sales tripled, and I didn't do anything but just change my mindset around what I was doing. So it is all about energy work all the time. It's inner and outer hustle constantly. Showing up and putting the action in, but also doing the action inside as well. Always keeping in alignment, checking in, doing the work. And so, as soon as I said, okay, right now, this is my focus, this is what I'll really put all my energy into, and I'm going to see how far I can expand that little thing. And then that obviously set me up then to be able to, spend a year making an oracle card deck. That was just sort of like a passion project for me, but I was able to do that and take time away from the business because it was holding itself. So I think for anyone who, is still kind of trying to find their way with starting a business, it's all about just finding what's that one little thing that you can do now that would be enough, and that could hold that space for you, and while it all unraveled. And you can't just have it all at once. As Marianne Williamson said it when we saw her earlier in the year, someone put their hand up and was like, Marianne, can we really have it all? And she said, absolutely, but not all at once. And I was like, amen, sister, I hear that.
Definitely.